So of all the tenses that I have explained, and I probably will explain, this is most probably the simplest one of them, as in this is pretty much almost exactly the same as it is in English. And that's the gelecek zaman, the future tense. So let's see it. It's called gelecek zaman. Zaman, we're referring to tense with this word, but it literally means time. So the future time. Let's have a ban. Sen, o, biz, siz, and onlar. And simply put, we are just going to take a simple word. Let's take, once again, the same word that we took previously, the word to take. It also means to buy, by the way. You're just getting it. As in, when you say, I'm going to get something from the store, it doesn't mean that you'll just grab it. You will probably, hopefully, actually buy it. So that's almak. So, if I'm going to buy or take, alacak. Yes, alacak. Let's write Once again, this is going to be an a type vowel harmony. So we'll look whether it's one of the deeper vowels, o, u, or if it's one of the more high pitched ones, the e, i, u. Now, ben alacakım. Now, can we say ben alacakım? Not really. As we said, we have a K here, and we talked about the phonetics of it in lesson number 2. And as we understood, the reasoning behind it as well, we cannot have alacakım, we have to have alacağım. And we also cannot have alacağım. It has to be alacağım. Now, the next one, we have sen alacaksın. Let's put this way. Okay. And then we have o alacak. And there's something important to point out here. If you noticed, we have used the exact same setup that we used in, once again, the verb to be. Because you say, I am going to go, for example, or I am going to take, or I'm going to get. I am going to get. He is going to get. Biz alaca. So in a sense, this is like two things. There's the future part, but there's also the part in the end of it saying as in, I am. As in, so in a sense, the real verb, when I say I am going to go, the real verb is actually I am, in a sense. Let's go to siz alacaksınız. Okay? And then the final one, onlar alacaklar. Okay. Quite simple. We just put the ajak and ejek depending on where they should be put. And in terms of the simple case in which we have just a normal letter that is not a fıstık shahab, that is not a vowel, we don't really have many problems. However, what if we do? What if we have a vowel? And let's once again use 3, like we did last time. And let's use first uyumak. And then let's use oynamak again. And finally, rather than use yemek, which we did last time, which means to eat, let's use demek to increase our vocab a little bit. And demek means to say. So when you're asking about something, what does this mean? You say ne demek. And basically what you're asking is, what does this say? So, let's see. Ben, sen, o, biz, siz, and onlar. So ben, uyu, and then we have acak, and then we have And we said we changed this k to yumuşak k. Now we have a vowel here and a vowel here. What do we do? Well, in terms of these verbs, in general, the same thing we did with here, as in I am a doctor. If it was something else, like I'm good, we added a Y, and we will do the exact same thing here. So uyu yacağım. Unlike the yor, there was no Y. There was a Y over there, and we put a vowel before it, but that vowel, we wanted it to be something specific rather than changing it. Then we have the san and uyu yacaksın. Okay? And then for o, once again we have oynamak. We're going to see something fun in a minute on the siz. Oynamak. We remove the mak. We put the ya. Jak. Just the yajak. Okay. And then we have the biz. Oy, na, ya, jaz. Okay? Now, let's go for the siz. And we had demek. So we remove the mek. Let me put this. And we're going to add the ejek at some point. And we're also going to add the siniz at some point. Now, let's look at these pair. There's nothing wrong between them. It's a K and then an S. They also happen to both be a fistic sharp. There's no issue whatsoever. We're just going to keep them as such, and we won't change anything. Okay. What about here? We have a vowel and a vowel. Now, based on what we saw previously, we're just going to put a Y, right? Well, not really. Demek, and also the same thing happens to yemek. With this very tiny one, we actually will change this A. We will make it an E. So, diyeceksiniz. Oh, and I should fix these. Diyeceksiniz. I hope I didn't make a mistake somewhere else. Okay. Onlar diyecekler. Okay? Nice and easy. Now, let's see our third and final case, which is if it is a fistic sharp. And once again, we'll use two. We'll use gitmek and açmak. Let's do the ban. San. While I'm writing these, I want you to try and fill them out on your own. Okay? Give it a shot. Pause the video for a second. Try to fill these out. The first three will be with gitmek. The last three will be with açmak. Okay? Done? Now let's do them. Gitmek. We remove the mek. And we have the ecek. And we have the im. But of course, we change the K to yumuşak K because of the vowel. And here, we do the same once more. Ben gideceğim. Okay? Sen gideceksin. O gidecek. Biz açmak again. Do we change it? No. Once again, if we changed it, it would be pain. Acı. Actually, it should be acımak. So, no, it would actually be acıyacaksın. Never mind. The point is, we don't change it. So, açacak, açacağız. Açacağız. Okay. Next one. Siz açacaksınız. Onlar açacaklar. So that's basically it. There are multiple cases in which the fistic sharp does not affect it, as in this does not change. And açmak is one of them. Especially, it happens a lot with shorter ones. For example, atmak. Atmak means to throw, and we don't change the T to a D. Now, what is this tense? Once more, we're talking about a very definitive future. As in, we talked about in the şimdiki zaman, we talked about how we can say, I'm going in a few minutes. Now, I'm going in a few minutes kind of relates the time of now, as in this is happening now, like right now, nowadays, and so forth. I am going to go in a few minutes. It kind of makes it a bit more definite that the action is going to start later on. And it kind of like gives it a starting point. Whereas I'm going is in, it's a bit more present, as in still we're talking about what's happening nowadays, now in these moments, now in these hours, now in this day, and so forth. And this is actually, in a sense, uh, the next one is not going to be another I am, because as we said here, the verb is in a sense I am, because I am going to go. I am going. This is what I am doing. This is what I am. This is what he is doing. Like, this is still using the verb to be, but not every other tense uses the verb to be. It can be something different. And that's something we're going to discuss in the next lesson with another verb conjugation. It's going to be a time where we don't use I am. So, if you'd like some help more on this, like you'd look for some maybe some tutoring, you can check out the platform which I work in the description box down below. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments down below.